Okay, hi Niall, it's Brian here. My screencast for CA3. Actually, the first thing I'll do is just to give a quick run of the level that I've put together, and then I'll try and quickly get through each of the requirements, like it says that I'm supposed to. So yeah, the scene that I created is this like office space here. And what I was thinking, how it ties into the game is like a, you'll see it now, it kind of like, this might be a space where people can set up events, or something like that, but here I'm showing it kind of as an office space for a character. And they have like this stack of posters here that we zoom in onto, and yeah, it's like they're finding out about the event. It could be like an intro sequence or something like that. I can show off a few of the things here. There's the reflection, the post-processing stuff. I can also see that on the floor quite a bit. See there, you can see the reflection of them shelving units and stuff. What else? Outside the window, we have a view of a city, but it's not really great, but I'm kind of hoping that people won't really look at that. You just kind of see a bit of it, you won't really see all of it. Here's like the main kind of area, like this desk. I put like this carpet on the floor to show like kind of a separation between. Just kind of like the whole room is an office, but then over here on this carpet is the real kind of office area, and then we've got like more of a social space over here. As far as lighting goes, I have static, dynamic and movable lights throughout the scene. The reason for that is because I couldn't have so many lights in the same space of the same type. So like over here I have, two spotlights, one pointing up, one pointing down, and then a couple of point lights around the outside to illuminate the shade as well. And then, yeah, the rest is just kind of decoration. So I have lights and decoration, basically everything. So I'll jump out here and get this back to the way it should be, and start looking at some of the requirements for the product. Right, contrasting materials, yeah, I've got lots of that. I have like I've got like glass door in to break up flat surfaces, and I have a couple of doors, wooden doors. I've got a TV on the wall that breaks it up, and then a couple of other paintings as well, so it's not just this square room. And props are in the scene. Set design requirements. Skylight and directional lights are in. They're still the same as the basic setup when you open the project, and I just like move them, manipulate them, like change the color and stuff. The room contains a window, you can see outside. Okay, so depth of field, screen space reflections, which I looked at already, auto exposure and color correction through LET. Okay, so let me just grab my post-processing volume. I'll show you what I have in here. Settings, right, auto exposure. This is set up similar to the way it is in one of the advanced rendering tutorials. So yeah, it's just basically the same as that, so it just gives me a nice little effect. I do have a little bit of lens flare, which I'll show that in a second, but for depth of field, the way I've this set up to be only a very tiny setup at the moment, but I can increase this to 3 just to demonstrate that it is in there. 0.3 or something. No, 0.0. So we're getting this nice kind of blur over there on the desk, and this kind of area. Yeah, that there's okay. I'll leave that like that for now. It's set up to be just kind of after a certain distance, which in this case is 5 units, it's gonna start blurring, which is kind of what I expect it should be like. Where is this other one then? Right, yeah, so I've got this LUT stuff in as well. Jesus, we've gone over 5 minutes already. Yeah, I'll try to be as quick as I can. LUT. Right, so these are the different LUTs that I have set up in here. This one here is just black and white, so if I change the color grading, we get a nice kind of black and white effect. And then I have other ones, you know, a reddish one, a greenish one, and then one that just kind of lit up everything. You know, it looks ridiculous, but bring it down, and you get like highlights on the light areas, and it just brightens the whole thing up. One that works well is here, this one. Yeah, so this kind of like makes it look a bit more natural. You know, it's not so bright on certain areas. And then this one is kind of the opposite of that, where it's like this really kind of warm glow to everything. Yeah, so I like it with the black and white at the moment, and just a little bit on that. So it's kind of, yeah, everything's a bit washed out, and we don't have too much color going on. So it's kind of boring old office space. Yeah. Move on. That shows that, and then the matinee requirements. I played the video at the start. You can see that there are multiple cameras. There's 3 cameras altogether. I have a fade between cameras, and I have different types of movement and that along the each camera. The lights animate over here. These 2 lamps go off and come back on again as the camera swoops by them. And oops. And I don't have the depth of field setting. I didn't like it, so I didn't put that in. Anyway, I'll just give another run of the project so that you can see the animation that I said I had. So different types of movement going on here. There's the fade. And now you'll see this light going out, and then it's come back on, and then this light goes out, comes back on. And then this last camera just zooms in onto this like stack of papers here. So this is kind of my version of what you said might be a hero in the room or something to focus on. Anyway, hopefully I have covered everything. I tried to keep this as quick as I can because I know you said 5 minutes max. Just make sure I will add my references in now, but basically everything I used is from Unreal assets, free assets from Unreal and Epic Games. Oh, my asset packaging. Because I use the assets from the Unreal projects, the packaging is a little different to what you wanted. I have, the starter content is actually anything that I've migrated from another project. It has kept its folder setup, but it's easy to say that like everything in this folder is from the realistic rendering one. Everything in here was just from the starting of the project. And materials here, this is materials from the same one, the realistic rendering tutorial. Then this here is just stuff that I've added as well, that I've downloaded, like free models. So all that I have here is like the desk over here, this desk, this table, and possibly these chairs as well, these 3 chairs. That's all I think that's in there. Oh, and the desk lamp. I think I might have actually removed it now for a different one. Yeah. And then, okay, so just down a bit more. These here props. All these props are from the They're all from the sci-fi hallway demo from Unreal, and these are textures from that as well. Yep, that's everything. I'm gonna leave that there. If you've any issues with opening this, or I've forgotten to mention anything in the screencast, please do email me as soon as you find it. Thanks for listening. And